again, it goes back to the point of what's been happening even with Minnesota sports. I know just because it's local, it makes sense to us, but because Indiana didn't win certain ways, people are all of a sudden discrediting it or thinking that 11 wins and one loss isn't a big deal. But it's just interesting, though, seeing how different conferences and strength of schedule. I know that was something that Saban had been talking about in one of the recent broadcasts the last couple of weeks as the committee was going through, poll rankings and seeing what team would end up where, especially with the expansion of the playoffs. I mean, I think that's something more than ever before going forward that's really going to need to be looked at. How tough are some of these schedules? Who are people actually playing? And it's going to be
decides if they're tough, right? Like, who decides if the schedule is tough? I mean, that's subjective to a degree.
Objective to a large degree. I mean, you have to factor in some of the, the previous year's games, how the teams performed, how they're performing this year, and some of that obviously changes. But for the most part, a lot of that stays intact. People have strengths of schedule, and that pretty much sticks with the team throughout the whole season.
There are now more than 2 teams playing in one bowl that are being voted on to be the winner. And that's a good thing for college football.